What's up, everyone? This is Destroyer 229, and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 5. Really hard to do the circles in tight spaces like this. Last time, we got a little bit of an earful for being several hours late to school, but at least the second day was at least marginally better. Our new friend Ryuji wanted to investigate the castle that we found ourselves in before. And after a little bit of searching, as well as seeing what that crazy app on our phone was, we managed to find our way back to the castle. And with Morgana back with us, we're exploring the place yet again in order to investigate the screams that we heard before. In this episode, we are continuing our investigation in order to find the slaves that are no longer in their cells. Will do, Morgana. Sure did.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
What's this?
Weird. Sometimes the protagonist will just say random things. So, yeah, I kind of expect that from time to time. Anyway, we need to make sure we sneak up on this guy. Security level. So yes, this makes ambushing enemies not only helpful, but necessary. If a shadow spots you, then the security level of a palace will increase. This happens regardless on whether or not an enemy actually gets an initiative on you. It's if they manage to spot you. And if it reaches 100%, then you are forcibly booted out of the palace. So yeah, you need to make sure that you're constantly on your toes and making sure that the security level doesn't really increase that high. Honestly speaking, that isn't really that hard to do. So we are probably not going to be in any sort of danger of being forced out. But as the security level does increase, you will see more shadows popping up, and shadows may pop up immediately after you kill a certain enemy. So yeah, do be on the lookout for that.
Come on, man.
Well, less guards and they don't know where we would be?
Now then.
Okay, so all these different tutorial things are now in the tutorial menu, which we will never see. So yes, just like Morgana said, in order to lower the security, all you need to do is just ambush and defeat enemies. It should be noted that if you run away from a fight, that does also increase the security, albeit at a smaller amount. So you are encouraged to fight enemies to the end and not run away.
What's
Do
this?
keep that in mind. Thankfully, they are pretty short-sighted. And gotcha!
I'll reveal your true form.
Ooh, new enemies.
The first move is ours.
The gallows flower. Okay, well,
I'm not done.
not quite sure what they're weak to, but
Ravage them!
may as well try a few things. How about physical? Works pretty nicely. Ow.
Only
Oh,
one
that actually
more.
kind of hurt.
Let's go.
Persona!
How about this? Right. And so you'll notice that the first round did go off before it attacked, and then it goes to a normal rotation. So the normal rotation would have been Ren, then the enemy, then Morgana. But basically, if you get an initiative, then it just skips all the enemies' turns. So do keep that in mind,
Spectacular
because
victory.
that will happen, and you will get hit if you don't take down all the enemies in one go. Ooh, we got a silk yarn, though. Well, before I explain that, let's see if we get into more tutorial stuff. We don't. Okay, so the silk yarn, if we head on over to our items, is a material. This is used for crafting stuff a little bit later on down the line. You can, of course, sell these things, but it's usually better to hold on to them. And you get those just from fighting enemies. There are some instances in which you can buy them, but for the most part, you get them from drops.
Hey.
Will do. Okay, now it actually doesn't really matter whether or not you're in a run like this, or if you just tap like this. The only thing that will change is a dedicated run button, but we don't have access to that yet. So we'll get to that when we get to that. I feel like that's a line that I've said a lot already, is we'll get to that later. But that's just kind of one of those things where the game kind of locks that off to you.
Damn it.
Damn it. Huh?
I'm sure you have a plan. Leave it to me.
Whoa!
You have the gun with you, right?
Sure do.
Point it at a shadow and fire.
So this is what I mentioned before when there was that other equipment spot that I thought was weird that was missing. This is what it is. We get dedicated guns. So guns inflict, as I mentioned before when I went through all the different types of attacks, they are a physical attack specifically dedicated to guns. So an enemy could be weak to physical, well, resistant to physical, but weak to gun attacks. So all we have to do is press up on the D-pad and then target an enemy and then hit the X button to fire. Now, different guns also take up ammunition. And we can just continue going through until we use up an entire clip. So if we hit up on the D-pad, we can choose which one we want to target and hit either circle to either stop firing or go back if we haven't fired, or hit the X button to fire. Normally you want to take aim at enemies with wings. So if an enemy can fly, shoot it down.
How about that? Surprised? Be mindful of how much ammo you have left.
However, you only have a limited amount of ammo, period. They're generally stronger than melee attacks, especially if you hit enemies in the same clip. But the only way to restore your ammo usually is to leave the palace. There are a couple items down the line in which you can use in the middle of a palace to refill your ammo, but they are very few. So, generally speaking, you want to use gun attacks to knock down enemies, rather than just deal a crap ton of damage, because you can run out of ammo very quickly. So we can see that we only have 8 bullets left. We can only carry 16 bullets in this gun, period. Now, like I mentioned before, you can fire and then back off so you don't use a full clip, but it's generally better, like I mentioned, to save your ammo just for knocking down enemies. That's how I usually use guns at any rate.
You're mine.
At any rate, we can just do that.
Alright, I'll show you my weapon too.
And this isn't limited to just our character. Every party member has their own gun, and the different guns have different attributes. So Morgana uses a slingshot, and it works pretty similar to our gun. I believe it has more ammo, but generally does less damage. I think it has more ammo both as reserve as well as what he can hold when firing. But hey, we leveled up, as did Arsene.
It's a step forward.
Awesome. And yeah, you can even see there we have the ranged attack as well as the ammo we have left whenever you level up. So yeah, be mindful about how much ammo you have.
For real?
Yeah, if it looks real, it is real. I mean, as long as that's what they see it as.
Nice going! Well, now then.
Hmm?
So yes, this is when the game actually teaches you that, hey, you can change your party tactics. But I already did that a long time ago. So this is kinda useless. But like I said, you can do it from the tactics menu. Let's see. Oh, right. If you hit R1 when you are targeting an enemy, you will, if you have a element that hits that enemy's weakness, you will automatically equip the persona and have that skill highlighted whenever you press the R1 button. So you can immediately go and target that enemy's weakness. So yeah, it saves a little bit of time. I usually don't use that, but it's a nice shortcut in case you want to use it. And then there's rush attacks. So yes, if you hit the start button, then everyone will just do melee attacks. And then you can just hit the circle button just to cancel out of it. A good way to just get through a battle very quickly. Alright, but now we press onward! Okay, yeah, you gotta be careful because enemies can spot you, and that would be bad. He went back on his path, but now he's facing the other way. This is why a map is helpful! Although it is kind of interesting when you think about it, because Ryuji does bring up a good point as to why the heck Morgana has a slingshot and why it's as powerful as a gun. And basically the game just writes it off as video games.
Let's go.
Don't worry about it too much. Any other party member has a legit gun. It's only with Morgana that it's any different. Alright, so we'll go ahead and use Garu on you, and then we'll smack you. Ah, crap. Ow.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, so that kind of hurt, but overall,
Victory!
not an issue. Hey, Morgana leveled up. Good for him.
Okay.
Alright, and now we press ever onward. Ooh, is it a new technique?
Let's go.
I'm game. Hey, you!
Listen, there's a distinct flow to battles. Let me show you. After all, seeing is something.
Believing?
First, knock down all the enemies. Everything starts at that crucial step.
Alright, well, that's simple enough.
No, no.
Oh yeah, by the way, these enemies are weak to darkness. They're also weak to guns, but, you know, that game actually restored me to full HP and SP, which is nice of it.
You're mine.
Get him, Arsene!
Alright, now rush on in for an all-out attack.
Okay, so yes, this is our introduction to an all-out attack. So if you knock down every single enemy, then you can hit the triangle button and you can just rush in for a good amount of almighty damage. There are a few other options, but like I've mentioned other times before, we'll get to those when we get to that. For right now, let's get them! Show's over.
Nice going.
Why, thank you, Morgana. Yeah, you got it. So yeah, sometimes it might be a good idea to not go with an all-out attack, depending on whether or not you need to, you know, heal or set up buffs or anything like that. So there are various other circumstances on why you wouldn't want to use an all-out attack, but a lot of times you want to. So all you need to do is when you knock down all enemies, you just press the triangle button, and that initiates the attack. However, it only works if your character is capable of fighting and one other party member is with you. So if you decide to go solo, which you can do, you won't be able to do an all-out attack. And your character, like I mentioned, has to be up. So he can't be suffering under any status ailments, he can't be knocked down, anything like that.
Now then.
Seems simple enough. Now, you'll also notice that there was that little flare at the end with our character. If you get that sort of flare, then that means that all the enemies are killed. So, that will tell you that the battle is over. Otherwise, it'll just cut straight back to the fight as usual.
Yes!
I don't think I want to know. Okay, well... Even though I don't want to, let's go.
Yeah.
Well, let's find out. I don't see anything that way. Although I definitely hear screams.
Damn it! This is bullshit!
How many times do I have to tell you to keep your voice down?
But this is beyond messed up! How do I open this?
Stop it! Leave us alone. It's useless.
Huh? If we stay obedient, we won't be executed like you guys. You telling me you want to stay in a place like this?
Wait a minute. Were you planning on taking these guys out of here?
We can't just leave him here.
How stupid can you be?
What?
These are only humans in Kamoshida's cognition. They aren't real humans that have entered from reality. They're different from you two.
Cognition?
It means there's no point in saving them. They're different from the real ones in the real world. You could say that these are extremely similar looking dolls.
Hell? Why's it gotta be so complicated?
It's not really. They're just what Kamoshida perceives.
So the school's a castle and the students are slaves. It's so on point that it makes me laugh. This really is the inside of that asshole's head.
Still, this is horrible. It must mean he treats them as slaves in the real world, too.
In the real world, too? Wait, I know these guys. They're members of the volleyball team, the one Kamoshida coaches for.
They must be physically abused every day. There's no way they'd be so beat up normally.
Don't tell me. They're going through similar shit in reality?
Most likely. I mean, this proves that Kamoshida thinks of them as slaves.
So, it might be for real. I heard that Kamoshida's using physical punishment. They're just rumors, but... if they're true, wouldn't this be something to report to the police? I'll use these guys as evidence. If it all goes well, we can take down that asshole Kamoshida! Huh? It's not working. We can use the navigation app, but the camera's a no-go?
A navigation app?
That's what we used to come here. What about yours?
Let me check. No, the camera won't open on my phone. I think only the nav works.
Whatever you do is fine, but we're gonna get caught if we stand around like this. We need to head back.
Hang on a sec. There's no other way. I'll just memorize their faces before going home. Let's go!
Alright. So, yeah. You're wondering, like, oh, why can't they just kind of take pictures of these types of things? Yeah, it doesn't work. Anything that you have on a cell phone besides the navigation app doesn't work. Not in a palace. Does anyone else notice the rolling spike trap behind them? That's insane. You need to keep hydrated if you want to do any sort of training. To take that sort of thing away is just torture.
Hey!
They're just cognitive versions. It would just be useless to reason with them.
Come on, man.
I'm not quite sure how similar shooting cannonballs at someone is. Although maybe it's like spiking them purposefully. I don't know. Just hurry it up, Ryuji.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah!
Yeah, let's not stay here longer than we need to. Alright, we need to get out of here now. Now that we've figured out where these screams are coming from and know just how much of a piece of crap Kamoshida really is, I think we're done here.
Yes!
You got it.
Let's go!
Crap.
Oh, man. This way!
Alright, let's get the hell out of here.
Ugh, you knaves again? To think you'd make the same mistake again. You're hopeless.
The school ain't your castle. I've memorized their faces real good. You're going down.
It seems it's true when they say barking dogs seldom bite. How far the star runner of the track team has fallen.
What the hell are you getting at?
I speak of the track trader who acted in violence, ending his teammates' dreams. Oh, I can only imagine the pain of the others who were dragged under with your selfish act.
Track trader? Ryuji, what the hell is he talking about?
What a surprise. So you're accompanying him without knowing anything at all.
What are you talking about?
He betrayed his teammates and crushed their hopes. Yet he still carries on as carefree as ever.
That's not true.
You've come along with this fool and are now going to end up dead. How unlucky of you. Go! Kill them all! Don't sully my castle with garbage.
God damn it.
Ryuji, move!
We'll handle this.
We're surrounded.
Crap.
I'll kill you! I'll kill you because King Kamoshida told us! I'll kill because that's what he wants!
We're gonna! Ugh. Ah. Okay, so this is already looking bad. We're down a good amount. This is typically what happens whenever you get ambushed. Well, not much we can do, but let's try attacking.
Cut you up! There's more of them? This is bad. Failure!
Oh, can't be. Damn it!
Oh! Oh! You piece of...
I bet you simply came here on a whim and ended up like this, isn't that right?
No.
What a worthless piece of trash, getting emotional so quickly. How dare you raise your hand at me? Though it was only temporary, have you forgotten my kindness in supervising track practice?
It wasn't no practice, it was physical abuse. You just didn't like our team.
It was nothing but an eyesore. The only one who needs to achieve results is me. That coach who got fired was hopeless too. Had he not opposed me with a sound argument, I would have settled it with only breaking his star's leg.
What?
Do you need me to deal with your other leg too? The school will call it self-defense anyway.
Damn it. Am I gonna lose again? Not only can I not run anymore, the track team is gone too because of this asshole.
So that's why.
Ryuji.
Once these two are dealt with, you're next.
Ryuji!
Stand up, Ryuji!
You're right. Everything that was important to me was taken by him. I'll never get him back.
Stay there and watch. Look on as these hopeless scum die for nothing because they sided with trash like you.
No, that's what you are. All you think about is using people. You're the real scumbag, Kamoshida!
What are you doing? Silence him!
Stop looking down on me with that stupid smile on your face!
You made me wait quite a while. You seek power, correct? Then let us form a pact. Since your name has been disgraced already, why not hoist the flag and wreak havoc? The other you who exists within desires thus. I am thou, thou art I. There is no turning back. The skull of rebellion is your flag henceforth!
What can you do? Cower in fear and watch!
Right on. What's up, Persona? This effing rocks! Now that I got this power, it's time for payback! Yo, I'm ready. Bring it!
Mock me, you brat!
Blast him away, Captain Kid!
What troublemakers that bother King Kamoshida with trifle matters?
Kamoshida's cognition ain't changing, right? Then I'll act like the troublemaker I am. Let's do this, Captain Kid!
To stand up for oneself takes an incredible amount of courage. What Ryuji did was fight against a battle he couldn't win. And it ended up costing him a lot. As well as a lot for other people as well. But he stands against injustice. He stands against tyranny. That makes him strong. So now we fight against the guard captain, Eligor. Eligor resists gun, fire, and curse, and knows the skills cleave. And that's pretty much it. He also has summons, but I'm pretty sure he only does that once. So yes, this is effectively our first boss fight.
Persona!
And Ryuji has the power of the Scourge of the Seas, Captain Kid!
Let's go, Captain!
Alright, we need to take care of these guys as well.
I don't see
Do we
weakness.
have... Well, we know that they're neutral to physical attacks. I think they resist darkness.
It's time.
So we'll go with a cleave attack on them. Well, that was pretty good. And then Morgana. Try Garu. Hey, that worked. That's bad. Woohoo! Nice one! Alright, so we'll just attack him. We'll focus on taking care of the goat. There we go. That just leaves Eligor.
Watch your health. When you get some breathing room, heal.
Okay, that will be Morgana's job. Although, I don't think we really need it.
Pull back and heal.
He may be hurting, but we'll finish this.
I am a loyal subject of the glorious King Kamoshida. So why have I lost?
It just proves that Kamoshida ain't anything special. How about that?
Whoa. So, Ryuji had the potential too.
Even if you apologize now, I ain't forgiving you.
I told you that this is my castle. It seems you still don't understand.
What? Takamaki?
Oh! What a meowvelous and beautiful girl!
What's going on?
Something seems off. I saw her earlier today, and she was nowhere near that friendly.
Yeah, now that you mention it. But why is she even here? Hey! Let go of her, you perv!
How many times must I tell you until you understand? This is my castle, a place in which I can do whatever I want. Everyone wishes to be loved by me. That is, everyone besides slow-witted thieves like you.
Takamaki! Say something!
Calm down, Ryuji. It seems that girl isn't the real one. She's the same as those slaves. A being made from Kamoshida's cognition of her.
Are you jealous? Well, I'm not surprised. Women aren't drawn to problematic punks like you.
Damn it!
Clean them up this instant!
Crap.
We're outnumbered. Let's scram before we get surrounded.
Yeah, better cut our losses. Let's go!
We're not gonna do anything and just run?
Will it matter if we die here? Come on!
Thank God you've got a level head.
Fine. We'll expose what you really are no matter what. You better be ready for us.
I was beginning to get bored of torturing the ones here. Come at me whenever you want, if you don't care about your life.
Ignore him. Let's go!
Anyways, I don't remember changing into this.
Well, it's just the same as me. And to be honest, I think it looks good on you.
Should I be happy about that? Then again, it ain't as bad as yours.
Hey.
Did you find them?
Quiet.
No. Search that way.
So what's going on? I'm completely lost, man.
I told you before. When a Persona user opposes a palace's ruler and becomes a threat to them, this happens. It's to prevent you from being affected by distortions.
Is this a skull?
Your appearance reflects your inner self. It's the rebel that slumbers within. Not that you'll get it.
Nope.
Then stop asking questions and accept what you see for what it is.
Easy for you to say. Wait, we're in deep shit!
I said to be quiet!
We might have gotten away here, but we're still screwed with Kamoshida at the real school.
That's quite sharp of you, for being an idiot. Relax. The Kamoshida in reality can't possibly know about what happens here. A shadow is the true self that is suppressed. A side of one's personality they don't want to see.
So, we're okay?
Sounds like it.
Did the Kamoshida in reality remember about the execution? There you have it.
Alright. Now that we know that, all we gotta do is...
Wait, I guided you as promised. It's your turn to cooperate with me.
Huh?
That's why I was super nice about teaching you idiots everything.
Huh? Cooperate?
Don't you remember? I originally came here for an investigation. I need to erase the distortion from my body and regain my real form. That's why we must delve deep into mementos and...
Whoa, hold up. What are you going on and on about? We never said anything about helping you out.
Huh? Don't tell me. Are you not going to repay the hospitality I showed you? Especially you. You're going to up and leave, even though you're already part of my master plan?
I never promised anything.
See? I wasn't lying.
Is it because I'm not human? Because I'm like a cat? Is that why you're making a fool of me?
You should have made that agreement before you helped us out, Morgana.
We're busy. Thanks for everything, Cat. You've got guts being a cat and all. See you around.
Let's go.
Hey! What the hell? Seriously? Why are you wrapping this up like everything's all hunky-dory? Oh, hell no! Get back here!
You have returned to the real world. Welcome back.
Thank God. We're back. Yeah, I dragged you around a lot, huh? Ugh, sorry, man. I'm dead tired. How you holding up?
After everything that happened, I am exhausted.
I guess you don't really show it, huh?
Do I hide it that well?
But damn, if what we saw was for real, oh, this is gonna get good. I totally remember the faces of the guys Kamoshida was treating like slaves. Once we make him fess up to any physical abuse, Kamoshida will be done. So, want to help me look for those guys or any witnesses?
Well, we're already in this deep. And if that's what he truly thinks of them, we have to do something about it. Count me in.
Now that's what I'm talking about! Hey, so... if you're thinking of laying low because you got a record, I don't think that'll help. Everyone already knows. They totally got you pegged as a criminal.
Gee, I hadn't noticed. Speaking of which, how did that happen? How did people know about that so quickly?
Kamoshida opened his damn mouth.
How do you know? More importantly, though, why?
No one else besides a teacher could have leaked it that fast. It doesn't matter if it's a student or a club. That asshole just wrecks things he doesn't agree with. Just like he did with me. No one will take anything I say seriously. Still, those rumors about him getting physical might be real. And after seeing Kamoshida's distorted heart thing in person, there's no way I can just sit back.
Yeah. I know exactly how you feel.
I'm counting on you. Don't worry, I'm hyped about this too.
Well, I think we've made a true friend here.
Acting as a phantom thief would have been more efficient alone. You could have gone about it that way. However, you did not. There are merits to having associates. That's what you decided. Am I wrong?
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the chariot persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
This, we have established our first confidant with Ryuji Sakamoto of the Chariot Arcana. This is basically social links. However, confidants, while mechanically they work identically to social links, they do have a few more perks than the social links did in 3 and 4. We'll get into more details on those at a later point. But we have now established, well, an Arcana. Alright, we'll see what the benefits of that are soon enough.
Oh. Right. I haven't eaten anything since lunch. It'd be weird splitting off now, so why don't we grab a bite somewhere?
Sure, I'm game.
Just follow me. I mean, I totally gotta hear about your past.
Alright.
What? The hell, man? How much shittier can that asshole get?
Dude, calm down, we're in a restaurant.
But just hearing your story makes me angry. So, you left your hometown and you're living here now, huh?
That's about the sum of it.
Huh, we might be more alike than I originally thought.
How so?
It's not exactly how, but, you know. I guess it's how we're treated like a pain in the ass by the people around us. Like we don't belong. I did something stupid at school before, too. The place you're living now is in Yongen, right?
Yeah?
It's rush hour on the subways. I suggest you kill some time before heading home. What the hell, man? You barely touched your food.
Ooh, what are you doing?
Just let me do it. I gotta thank you for helping me. Anyways, I got your back like you got mine from tomorrow on. As long as we do something about Kamoshida, I'm sure we'll both feel better about being at school.
I get the feeling you're right about that.
Oh, yeah! Tell me your number. Oh, chat ID, too.
Oh, yeah, sure. So now we can actually talk to our friends. Now, this isn't, like, usually phone calls. It's mostly through text messages that we'll be able to communicate with different people that we know about.
Just you wait, Kamoshida. We're gonna start right away tomorrow. First, let's hit up those guys that were kept as slaves. The volleyball rally's tomorrow, huh? Shit's recommended by Kamoshida. Makes me want to gag.
Why am I not surprised?
But, thanks to that, we got no classes in the afternoon, and we can walk around unnoticed. Well, I guess we can work out the details tomorrow. Come on, you gotta eat more! There's tons of ginger here!
Dude!
haven't been sleeping well lately. Whenever I close my eyes, I keep thinking about too many things.
Shiho.
Nationals are coming up soon, so I keep thinking, should someone like me really be on the starting lineup?
Don't worry. Just be confident in yourself. Your skills have been recognized. It's all because you work harder than anyone else.
Yeah. Volleyball's all I have after all.
More importantly, was that injury okay? It looked really swollen.
No, it's nothing. It's normal. Especially since a meet's coming up.
Sorry to interrupt, Zui. Mr. Kamoshida told me to get you.
Huh? What does he want?
He didn't say.
It'll be fine. I bet it's a meeting about the starting lineup or something.
Yeah. Well, I better go.
Yep. Good luck! Hang in there, Shiho.
Yup, for the full day, too.
Now listen up.
I know. Oh. So, yeah, the messaging system is actually something that's pretty new. It was mostly kind of something that was carried over from Catherine, of all things, which, along with having nods to other Persona games, you'll see a few nods to Catherine as well. This is the most obvious thing that was carried over from it, and the one that's mostly integrated into the game itself. I mean, we know what it's about.
Jeez.
Yeah, I was listening. You got it, boss. All right. Oh, what a day, what a day. But, at the very least, we've definitely solidified our friendship with Ryuji. So hey, we've got one person with our back. But, we at least have a goal now. We can't just let Kamoshida do whatever the hell he wants. We need to make sure that he pays for whatever he's doing. Sounds like he's abusing the volleyball team, as well as what Ryuji said, pretty much eliminating anything that he doesn't like. We can't stand for that. No one person should have that much power under their control over the lives of students. So, hopefully we'll be able to do something at the rally tomorrow. Now we can hit the square button and we can see all the different messages that we have gotten. Specifically, the most recent 50 messages. It doesn't really matter too much aside from when they initially come in. So, we won't really be using it too often in terms of just, oh, what did that person say a little while ago? It's only really important to what the current day is. But with that, we're going to go ahead and call it a day here. So, next time on Let's Play Persona 5. We at least have a goal now. We need to make sure that Kamoshida pays for everything that he's done. And the most straightforward way is to try to get the volleyball team to confess to the different abuses they've suffered from. I'm not sure how willing they'll be to talk to either myself, who's already been pegged as a troublemaker, and Ryuji, who is a known troublemaker. But damn it, we are going to try. Maybe someone will be on our side, someone who will speak up against this injustice. And hey, if we get one person to turn, maybe we can get more people to turn. It's worth a shot. We won't be able to get anywhere if we just do nothing. Until next time, everyone, take care.